All right, good afternoon and welcome to today's session of Imagine America Radio, our continuing Career College Exposition webinar series. My name is Lee Doubleday and I am with the Imagine America Foundation. I'm excited about today's topic, Exploring Career-Based Education and Careers, sponsored by Tulsa Welding School. Tulsa Welding School has 3 locations, one in Jacksonville, Florida, another in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and a third in Houston, Texas. Tulsa Welding School is also a 22-year partner of the Imagine America Scholarship and Award programs, having provided admissions-based financial aid to more than 5,000 enrolling Imagine America students. If you would like to learn more about our scholarship program and how to help your students apply for one of our scholarships to attend this institution, please visit our website, which is www.imagine-america.org. And I will also be sending you a scholarship link with a PDF flyer after this call with the recording of this presentation. But since our beginning in 1999, Imagine America remains a leading sponsor of scholarship aid to enrolling high school students. However, our country faces a serious shortage in certified workers. We hear from employers in virtually all sections of the country, desperately looking for qualified employees, so we need to do more. Our partner in today's presentation again is Tulsa Welding School. And joining us today to discuss in detail the looming technician shortage and how Tulsa Welding School is helping meet this need is Raina Gilliard-Crowther. Raina is the high school director of training at Tulsa Welding School and has been working with high schools and higher education for years, so you're in good hands today. But before turning the program over to Raina, let me outline today's agenda. Today's session of Imagine America Radio will be 30 minutes maximum, with question and answers at the end of the presentation. All participants can and are encouraged to submit questions while the presentation is in session via the Q&A or the chat feature in this Zoom meeting. At the end of the presentation, or approximately 2:25 p.m., I will then present any questions offered by the participants and will address as many questions as possible and provide written responses and follow-up emails if necessary. We will have a hard close at 2:30 p.m. So, without taking any more time out of today's presentation, let me turn today's session over to Raina. Raina, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon. My name is Raina Gilliard-Crowther, and I am the high school director of training. That means that I work with all of our admissions representatives across our 3 schools and help them become better at helping your students. I started off at Tulsa Welding School 5 years ago as an admissions representative myself, going into the schools every day and partnering with our counselors and teachers into helping students explore options for after they graduate. I'm also a retired teacher myself, so I've worked in the school system for many years before I came to Tulsa Welding School. We are definitely facing a shortage of career options for students. A lot of our students are telling us that they don't know what to do after high school, and so we're really trying to help our teachers and counselors bridge that gap. There is a huge gap in the skilled trades industry that we're looking to help you fill with your students. Why does technical education make sense? Well, Generation Z is saying that 60% of them are looking for skill-based education. 50% of Generation Z are open to the idea of something other than a 4-year college. 50% are concerned about graduating with debt, and 45% agree that education that they can complete in a shorter period of time, 2 years or less, is preferred, so they can start their career path and start earning an income sooner. We are an accredited school. We are accredited by the Accrediting Commission of Career Schools and Colleges. We are licensed both in Texas and Oklahoma by the Workforce Commission. We are a member of the American Welding Society and the Better Business Bureau. Let's talk about how we can partner and help you in your communities. One is interactive senior presentations. Every day we have representatives going to schools, not only talking to our career and technology department, but we have programs geared towards English 4, we have programs that are geared towards government and economics. Our goal is to get in and talk to our high school students about all the post-graduation options that are available to them in an interactive manner that makes sense. We talk about the law of supply and demand, scarcity. We talk about the importance of picking a career path that's in demand so that they're able to find employment, and also the importance of matching their personality style to their future career so that they'll stay in it and be successful. Field trips, we love field trips. So you can come to any Tulsa Welding School campus and bring a group of students. We will not only do live demos with them and tour them, but we'll also provide y'all with lunch. What can we do for you? You can utilize our campuses for meetings. You can utilize our campuses for your department lectures, also teacher in service. But the great thing is we can also help you. We want to do lunch and learns. We want to help sponsor your meetings. I remember being a teacher, one of the things I never had time for in the day was to eat. So, hey, let us come in and talk to your teachers, but also let us provide you with breakfast if it's a morning meeting. Afternoon meeting, we got your snacks or lunch. We know that the demand of your time is fast every day. And so that sometimes you're not able to sit down and really get a break, even on your planning periods. So we can also do remote demonstrations. In the Houston area, specifically, we have a mobile welding unit that we take to the school. And as long as the students are wearing closed-toed shoes and long pants, they can actually try to physically weld. This is not virtual reality welding. These are actual welders. We bring an instructor who helps them practice welding. But if you don't live in the Houston area, we can actually send a missions representative with an instructor to do demos in your welding department as well. So we want to really get out in the community and really support you. So anything you need, we're your partner. We need skilled tradesmen and women. We're projecting that over 452,000 job opportunities in the US alone in welding, electrical, 795,000, HVAC and refrigeration, 399,000. So we're looking at 1.6 million tradesmen and women will be needed across the US by 2030. That's just in the US. One of the great things about the trades are that they are global. So this is an opportunity for someone who's never ever left their hometown or their state to actually travel the world and earn an income while they're doing it. Women in the skilled trades, we have a huge demand now. Employers are coming to us requesting female students in all of our programs. It's kind of like what we saw in the 90s where there was a huge push to bring women into engineering. Now it's a huge push to bring more women into the skilled trades.
I was just working like a dead-end job, really.
Finally, I was like, I can't do it anymore. And that's when I was like, you know what? I'm going to go be a welder.
I've never felt independence like this before.
That first paycheck was like, whew, what do I do with all this?
It's been such a blessing in my life.
I'm very competitive. I want to beat the boys. I can assure you, you can do it.
If I can do it, you can do it too.
I'm a single mother, and I can do it. I know they can do it because women before me have done it.
One of the great things about Tulsa Welding School too is that we have specialized scholarships for our female student population to help them get to school. All of our programs range in 7 to 10 months in length, so short-term investments for all of our students. Our electrical mechanical technology program is 7 to 9 months. This is going to be a program where students are not only learning heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and commercial refrigeration, but they also learn electrical. So when they graduate, they can find employment in air conditioning service and repair, refrigeration service and repair, solar technology, climate control, residential and commercial electrical installation. So this is a 9-month program where students now can go and be marketable in 2 large career paths. Then our electrical applications program is 7 months long. Our students will completely wire in a scaled down 3-bedroom home. All of our campuses have mock homes inside of their buildings. So they're actually wiring a home. And then outside we have commercial buildings. Wire commercial lighting and wire mock commercial building, apply methods for grounding and bonding. We're going to calculate load and branch feeders, gain an understanding of the installation for voice and video cabling, and apply all those skills according to the current National Electrical Code requirements and standards. So our students can actually take their hours from Tulsa Welding School and they are applied towards their electrical apprenticeship, their journeyman, and then their master electrical in Oklahoma and in Texas. Our professional welding program, it's in our name. One of the great things about Tulsa Welding School is that we have a sister school called the Refrigeration School in Arizona, and that's actually where I am today. The Refrigeration School is the largest HVAC school in the US, and Tulsa Welding School is the largest accredited welding school. So we took 60 years of the best from RSI and brought that to our programs in our HVAC and electrical at Tulsa Welding School. And then we took our welding program and brought it over to them. So Tulsa Welding School has been training students for more than 70 years in professional welding and HVAC and electrical. In our professional welders program that is just 7 months long, students are going to learn the 4 major processes of the welding industry. They'll be able to leave our program and find work in any industry that they're interested in. The great thing about our professional welding program and all of our programs at Tulsa Welding School is that students are only taking classes directly related to the career path that they're going into. So for a student who perhaps doesn't enjoy that lecture-based education, this is perfect because all of our classes are designed to be hands-on. In our professional welding program, students spend 80% of their time in the welding lab with 20% interactive classroom. So very much spending as much time practicing. So for a student who likes to be a doer, maker, builder, our programs are ideal. We know that Generation Z loves technology. So we developed virtual components to our programs. So every student that comes to Tulsa Welding School, no matter what program that they enter into, included in their gear kit that they get, and all of their gear that they need for school is included in their tuition investment. So students do not have to go find the necessary tools for school on their own. They're given to them on the day 2 of the program. This also includes an Oculus 2 and a Chromebook. We looked and realized that students now in high school are spending a lot of time using Chromebooks, but a lot of them are provided to them by the high school. And when they graduate, they didn't have laptops. With the Oculus 2, they're using a program called OcuWeld that was developed in-house by Tulsa Welding School. It is a realistic virtual reality program that was designed by a gaming company. We know students like to play video games, so we've taken the fun part of learning and made it interactive as well. So students get to play video games as part of their homework. This allows our instructors to actually look back and see how the student is performing on their virtual welding and take that and go into the welding booth with them to help them make adjustments. But you don't need any Wi-Fi to be able to utilize the OcuWeld system or the systems that we use for our HVAC department. The cool thing is students have access to the OcuWeld and other curriculum after they graduate. They just have to go in the App Store and continue to update. So as we update the OcuWeld program and add more curriculum to it, even after they graduate, they'll have access to that. And they get to keep the Oculus too. All right. Scholarships. We know that funding your education is a big concern for students. We have multiple in-house scholarships for students that are not based upon grade point average or the ability to have done community service. Our scholarships are based upon need, which is a great factor for students because that's a huge concern for them when they're applying for scholarships, is that a lot of them are worried about, oh, I don't have the correct GPA, and it discourages them from applying for scholarships. One of the great scholarships that we offer our students is through our National High School Welding Competition. Any student that is registered at any of our campuses, including in our HVAC programs or our electrical, can actually register for the welding competition, even if they've never welded a day in their life. And just for registering and coming and enjoying a day on our campus, getting a campus tour, meeting with financial aid, our housing partner, EduRent, and just having a really great time, they earn a $500 scholarship towards their education. Now, Another thing, if they do know how to weld, they can actually weld in the competition and try to earn a full tuition scholarship. Students can go to all three locations and participate and stack those scholarships. So if a student wanted to, they could actually weld at all in three competitions, and whatever scholarship money they earn, all of that money will go towards their education at whatever location that they're attending. Why Tulsa Welding School? Across our three campuses, we have on average an 89% placement rate, meaning that 89% of our students utilize our career services department to help them find their future careers. We have training partnerships with major employers like Amazon. No unrelated courses. What students learn is directly related to what the student has selected as their career field. So career-focused education really is a great idea for some students who they're not ready to take the extra English or the government class. They just want to do what they need to do to start their career path. Shorter length of curriculum, enter the workforce sooner. So on average, our student, if they start at 18 years old, they can actually graduate high school and finish Tulsa Welding School in the same year and start their career. Private schools can teach innovation immediately. I remember when I worked as a teacher, you would see things that you needed and you would have to wait to get them. One of the great things for our instructors and our students is, because we are a private school, whenever we see something that we need to make a change or we want to do to benefit our students, like onboarding the AccuWeld system, we're able to do that immediately. Career assistance during and after graduation. I cannot stress the importance of our career service department. They not only teach students how to create resumes, but they're bringing employers to campus daily to interview them. And after you graduate, as long as you're in good standings with the school, you can continue to use career services for life to help you find employment. Student body consists of students with related interest. Our campuses are a very positive place to be. Everyone is encouraging of students' choices to become tradesmen and women. And for students, coming to school is a positive for them because everyone thinks their choice is an awesome choice. We find that a lot of students who struggled with attendance in high school have no problem coming to campus every day. And one of the great things is that we see students who maybe didn't have the best grades in high school on the dean's list because they're doing something that they're interested in, but it's hands-on and interactive, so they're able to show what they know. Practical hands-on training. Students will learn by doing. All programs are designed to give students the best real-world training opportunities. So we're trying to get our students in the labs as much as possible and reducing lecture time, because our students tend to be the type of students who do better when they're able to create something. Tuition-free graduate retraining. This is a great benefit to our students and is very unique to Tulsa Welding School. Anytime a student finishes our programs, no matter what program they're enrolled in, they can come back at any time and take additional classes for zero tuition investment for them. That means that they can for life come back to Tulsa Welding School and build their skill set. We know that as technology evolves, that all of the skilled trades will be changing. So this is going to allow a student to stay current in their industry, making them more marketable, but also continuing their education benefits them. Important information. A lot of times you're asked to help students fill out their FAFSA for Tulsa Welding School, and it's a little confusing sometimes because we have one school code for all of our campuses. So no matter what campus the student's going to, when you're in the FAFSA and you pull it up, you're going to put Tulsa Welding School, and it will say Tulsa, Oklahoma, but it is the same school code for all three of our campuses. Upcoming events. We have open houses coming up. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Students can also find us on TikTok and Snapchat. We will be sending out emails to all of our counselors and students, letting them know when open houses are coming. So that way it's an opportunity for maybe you or your students to come and visit the campus in person. Now you're probably wondering, what if my students live far away? We are actually making open houses interactive and will go live virtual now this year. Something new that we're doing that we heard from our counselors was not everyone can make it to campus. So we listened to you and we're trying something new this year. All right, I know that Lee's going to open it up for questions now.
All right, awesome. Yeah, thank you, Raina. We are now going to open this up for the Q&A portion of the presentation. The first question has to do with housing. Now, you mentioned earlier that you partner with a company called EduRent. Can you kind of talk about the housing a little bit? Because we may have counselors joining us from Louisiana that are interested in the Houston campus, so
yes, definitely.
do you have students from out of state?
I have been As an admissions representative myself, and as a director, I have worked with EduRent for 5 years. I love EduRent. EduRent partners with our students to help find affordable housing within close proximity of campus. Now, they'll even help them find roommates. They have 2 different types of housing programs. One's called shared housing. That's going to be more like dorm style living for a student because the apartments are furnished, the utilities are paid, and they come and do checks on the apartments and the students monthly. The other one's going to be a direct lease option, and that just means that the student has elected to lease an apartment directly through the apartment complex, but EduRent has vetted the apartment complex, and all of this can be done virtually, so parents do not have to travel to the campus. EduRent will actually send them lookbooks of apartments that they are interested in, and then if they want to, when they come down for the welding competition, they will schedule tours of those apartments for them.
Awesome. Okay, great. And I believe the other thing is, they, for the most part, they're staying with other students, right?
Yes. All Tulsa Welding School students are in the shared housing program, and in direct lease, they do have the option if they have a cousin or a brother that's also coming to town that maybe is going to a different school, they can live with someone else in the direct lease. But in their roommate matching system, it's only Tulsa Welding School students.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. This person wants to know about the admissions process. What does that look like for a student? Are there any GPA requirements or SAT scores?
So no standardized testing is required to come to Tulsa Welding School. They do need to graduate with a diploma or have a GED. The admissions process is a little bit different. Students are hand selected individually, so they have their own one-on-one admissions meeting with a representative, and then they are selected for the application, and they know if they are been selected right then and there. That admissions representative is going to stay with that student throughout the duration of the time before they start school, helping them get their financial aid completed and making sure that they are on track to start school and graduate from high school.
Okay, and now for those counselors who are on the call today that may not be near one of your campuses, are you still able to send a high school representative out to their high school to speak to them about, STEM careers, to speak to their students about these types of programs, even though they may not be near your campus?
Yes, we have representatives all over the U.S. And if we happen to not have a representative in that state, I'm always available to come in and talk to students as well. I still like to get out there and pretend that I'm an admissions representative some days.
Okay, great. And I will be including Raina's contact information with the email that I send to you likely tomorrow morning with the recording of today's presentation. A few things, so just house cleaning items here. Number one, as I just mentioned, that I have recorded this session. I'll be sending it to you tomorrow with Raina's contact information, as well as a link to our scholarship program so that your students can apply for one of our scholarships to go to this school. There is a quick exit survey when you leave this meeting. It's only 4 questions long. Any feedback you can provide us would be greatly appreciated. We do presentations like this one all over the country every fall and every spring. So anything maybe you would like to have heard but didn't hear, or even something that you heard that you really liked, any feedback would be greatly appreciated. And lastly, I just want to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us today. And I'd also like to thank Raina for sharing with us today's presentation and encourage you to contact her directly with any future questions that you may have. But on behalf of the Imagine America Foundation, Raina, and myself, I want to wish you a great rest of your day, and goodbye.